The dictionary tells us that an ambulance is a vehicle that is specially equipped for transporting sick or injured people. These early ambulances show us that the operative word at that time was transportation. The patient was moved to a doctor or a medical facility at a slow pace over bad roads, sometimes arriving in worse condition than when they started the journey. This is not a criticism. This was the reality of healthcare services back then. The ambulance was a very simple vehicle, not really any different from general-purpose vehicles of the time. Not today, not anymore. The ambulances of the 90s are sophisticated vehicles that are a vital part of the healthcare system.
Hello. This is one of 75 vehicles in our fleet at Atlantic Ambulance Services. We prepared this video to acquaint you with our company and our services. Since 1973, I've watched our firm grow to be the largest in Florida and among the top 5 in the nation. I think this brief presentation will give you a better idea of what it takes to be an effective and important part of a pre-hospital healthcare delivery system. But before we proceed, let me tell you a few of our firsts. Atlantic was the first commercial ambulance operator to provide inter-facility advanced life support services in 1979. And we were the first ambulance operator to be licensed to provide an ambulance insurance program under state regulation, also in 1979. We were the first commercial ambulance operator to offer a specialized neonatal care unit in 1987. We were the first ambulance operator to have separate fleets to respond to emergency and non-emergency calls in 1988. Atlantic employs over 400 people in its quest to be first. We think that after you have seen this presentation, the next time you see an Atlantic ambulance, you'll appreciate what it takes to provide services to our community. The most visible part of our service is the ambulance itself, so let's begin by taking a closer look.
The ambulance has kept pace with the rapid advances that we've all seen in technology. Because the healthcare field is so important, it's one of the first areas where new technology is applied. This is how an ambulance starts, as a street van. Most Atlantic ambulances are manufactured by Wheeled Coach Corporation in Orlando, Florida. They start by reinforcing the van with steel roll bars. Ambulances do get involved in accidents, so precautions must be taken. Depending on the type of ambulance, custom wiring and cabinet work are installed next. The interior is finished and the outside gets its distinctive paint job and lighting package. There are 4 types of vehicles in our service. The first type is a basic life support ambulance. Next, having more sophisticated onboard systems, is the advanced life support ambulance. The next type is the critical care transport vehicle, and in Palm Beach County we offer wheelchair and stretcher transportation service. Each type has its special application, although they can all be called into service if the situation demands it. Of course, it takes people to make the ambulance work. Because it is a very sophisticated vehicle, the crew must be a lot more than just drivers. They receive special training and are licensed by the state of Florida as either emergency medical technicians or paramedics. That's just the beginning of their education, particularly if they are hired by Atlantic Ambulance.
It takes a special person to be an emergency medical technician or paramedic with Atlantic Ambulance Services. Less than 50% of those that apply meet our stringent requirements. We not only have a commitment of excellence to the patients we serve, but to our personnel as well.